Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Richard Madeley's future on Good Morning Britain sealed after ITV Bloodbath. ITV presenter Richard Madeley has been on Good Morning Britain since 2021 following the departure of Piers Morgan. Good Morning Britain host Richard Madeley has reportedly signed a short-term deal to stay on the ITV breakfast show. The 69-year-old initially joined the program in 2021 following Piers Morgan's departure. According to Mail Online, they have claimed that Madeley has agreed to a 6-month contract that is to begin in September. They also reported that it comes as part of a temporary arrangement while ITV reviews its presenter lineup. They also reported that lead presenter Susanna Reid is the only anchor guaranteed a longer-term deal. It follows the news that ITV will undergo a drastic reshuffle in January 2026 in a bid to save millions, with bosses trimming shows such as Lorraine to just 30 minutes. The source told The Sun, "Richard is one of the biggest names on the show, but even he hasn't been offered a long-term deal. He signed for 6 more months and will then reconsider how the show looks." As things stand, almost every prominent face on the show is in talks. Some are going to go in the reshuffle, so it will depend on who rates well with focus groups and how much money each of them is insisting on. Express Online has contacted representatives of Richard Madeley for comment. ITV said, "We don't comment on individual contracts, but we have always said that we intend to keep our daytime shows familiar to our audience." Good Morning Britain viewers can expect to see the presenting lineup that they know and love on screen once the proposed changes to production and scheduling take place in 2026. It follows the announcement earlier this year that Lorraine and Loose Women have had their usual time slots slashed in a brutal move from ITV, which comes into effect in January 2026. In the new daytime schedule, Lorraine will no longer hold its usual hour-long 9 a.m. slot and will instead run from 9:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. on a seasonal basis for 30 weeks of the year. What's more, Loose Women will continue to air for 1 hour from 12:30 p.m., but again on a seasonal basis for 30 weeks of the year. According to Mail Online, they claimed that Loose Women is set to scrap their live audience due to budget cuts. When Express.co.uk approached for comment about the show changes, a source replied, "While there is a proposal to not have a studio audience for Loose Women from 2026, that doesn't necessarily mean that we'll never have a studio audience again. It just won't be in the same way as it is now. At this stage, we are still exploring new ways of working and producing the show when we move to a new studio next year."